As we head into this flu season amidst the pandemic, you may feel like your respiratory system is under attack. KCTV5's Belinda Post spoke with infectious disease physician Dr. Sarah Boyd of St. Luke's Health System to learn how a little preparation can give you the best shot at good health.
Dr. Boyd, with flu season approaching and COVID-19 still spreading, why is it more important now than ever for people to get their flu shots?
So as we head into our kind of traditional respiratory season, a lot of the symptoms of influenza will overlap with those COVID-19 symptoms. And if you get your flu shot, we know that you can have lower rates of hospitalization with flu, which would help us to be able to treat people with COVID-19 in the hospital if those beds were needed. It also could protect you so that we can better sort out if you're at higher risk for COVID-19 or if it could be flu if you present with those kind of symptoms that overlap.
And when is the best time for people to go ahead and get their flu shots?
It's coming right up. Traditionally, we want to have flu shots administered by the end of October. And that's because it takes a couple of weeks for your body to make those protective antibodies to the immunization. And so this is getting to be the perfect time to go get your flu shot.
And Dr. Boyd, I know you mentioned that both COVID-19 and influenza share some similarities. So what symptoms that they both share should people keep in mind?
They really overlap quite a bit. So fever, cough, that's new, some shortness of breath, chills, body aches, sore throat, and sometimes some GI or gastrointestinal symptoms like nausea and vomiting or diarrhea. And occasionally that will happen with flu as well. So really, we're going to have to test to be sure if you have influenza or COVID-19, if you present with those symptoms that share consistency across both of the illnesses.
Let's say that we're experiencing some of those symptoms, or maybe we feel sick, like we could have the flu or COVID-19. What should we do?
So if you feel sick, and have some of those symptoms, the very first thing you should do is reach out to your physician or your primary caregiver to go over those symptoms and then to decide for testing and the next step from there.
And there is a lot of emphasis right now on the coronavirus and COVID-19, but does that mean that we should step away from worrying about the flu?
So I think we still need to worry about the flu. Obviously, the pandemic, this is the first time we've been through COVID-19. And just looking at what flu season typically looks like, we don't know what that's going to look like in this time of another respiratory pandemic. I'm quite hopeful that a lot of the measures that we're taking and suggesting to prevent COVID-19 of spatial and social distancing, of wearing masks, of frequent hand washing, those also will be protective against flu.
Now for more, head to stlukeskc.org.